Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hall, and welcome to ETA Files.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this week on ETA Files. We've got him, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joseph Hall. Thank you so much for joining me, you wild cat. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
I have a feeling this episode's not going to be the most serious one.
No, I don't think so either.
Uh,
Oh man, gosh, yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I haven't done one of these things in a long time, and I haven't done a Zoom thing in a long time since COVID because that was crazy.
I think. Well, I
Everything
was,
went Zoom.
yeah, I was just thinking. I was just thinking. Have you ever done it? You just had your son up here helping you get on
Yeah.
Zoom. It was
Well, I didn't
awesome.
realize everything is so outdated. Like you got to get the latest update to this and to that. And I was freaking out. So I was like, I said, I got to do this like in 5 minutes. I don't know what to do. It's asking me for passwords and thumbprints and face IDs. Like what's going on here, man?
I know. Yep, it's funny. And you know what's the best part of this is that 5 to 10 seconds of hearing what's going on over on your end of the camera before you realize that I can hear you and whatnot. You're like, yeah, I don't know what. No, hit that button. No, no, not that button. And then like, boom, you
Yeah.
come on. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I had
It's
a
like, oh, we're okay. We're gonna make it.
yeah.
This is gonna happen.
Last night it was late, man. I started at 9 o'clock, went to 11:30 interviewing a guy. He lives out in California for my other podcast, The Ryan Files. And this dude he's written like 20 books. I mean, he's brilliant, and man, just couldn't figure out how to work the computer at all. It was
Yeah, dude.
awesome. It was funny. So
That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, I did. I tuned out. I think after iPhone 10, maybe. Like that was it. That's as far as I got. And I get all these notifications on my phone to like update, clear storage, and I'm iCloud. I'm like, dude, I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this.
you're a busy man, aren't you?
Dude, a very busy man. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
got you got a full crew over there, don't you?
I got a full house.
Yeah, literally, right? You're Jesse.
Yeah.
You're Jesse from Full
Yeah, I'm
House.
Uncle Jesse, baby. Have mercy.
Yeah. So what do you're married? How many kids you got?
Married, 4 kids. Yeah.
Awesome.
So Press is 18, and so we're getting him. He's set for college. He starts college in the fall. He's going to UNL. Kai is getting ready to turn 14, and he's into boxing right now. Dez he's 10, turns 11 in December, getting ready to go into the fifth grade. And then Amber and I, we have baby Valen, who will be turning 2 years old in October. So we started all over. I got a kid in college and one that we're potty training. It's just crazy, man.
Oh, that's awesome. You got your hands full. Wow.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're always full of something too.
Yeah, right, right. Just yeah, probably just crazy. That's awesome. You're living
Yeah,
life.
it's great. It's great. It's funny because people are always like, oh my gosh, 18 to 1, And I always tell people, I said, Valen was the love that our family did not know we still needed. Like we thought just the five of us were complete. And then when he came into our lives, we felt a love that we had never felt before. And it's amazing. It really is.
That's cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Family,
Love it.
baby.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk about you.
Uh,
We were talking, cutting up a little bit before. You started, you said, doing this Elvis thing when you were about 22. Is that correct?
yeah. Well, I started doing it was 22. Yeah. Yeah.
22.
I've always had a love for Elvis. Always knew who Elvis was. I think every kid grows up knowing who Elvis is. But when I started actually do Elvis was about 22 years old.
22. Like what was the first thing? I mean, because people talk about like, oh yeah, I watched the movies or I heard Blue Christmas on the radio or whatever it is. But there comes
Yeah.
a moment, that first moment where you get on a stage,
Yeah.
that's a whole
Yeah.
different level. When was that and what caused that to happen?
Well, I turned 21 and dad took me to Vegas. Which is like, what every father should do, right? Take your son to Vegas, right? When you're 21. And we went to Legends in Concert out in Vegas. And I think the guy that was working the show that night, Graham Patrick.
Yep.
Graham
Graham.
Patrick, I think, yeah. Dude, this guy was amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, it was the first time I'd ever seen like an Elvis show, and I was just sitting there, and he did the '50s Elvis. Man, he just blew me away. And come home and started to get the Elvis fever, right? So now, I'm starting to look through CDs, and at this is the time when Elvis had that red rock CD, the blue inspirational CD, the yellow country. You know what I'm talking about? They had the different CDs. I really got into that. Really got into the onstage CD. So I just started really digesting the Elvis, and then for Halloween, 2006, we decided to do a Halloween party. So I was like, well, I got to go as Elvis. And so when as Elvis, we had some entertainment that night. Bill Cresteel from Lincoln, he was doing the show that night. Brought me up on stage, and I did a few songs. And after that, I thought that was it. And then there was a lady there, and she's like, I have a bar, the Roadhouse. And so she brought me down there, and I learned about an hour and a half of like the easiest Elvis songs you could learn. And she paid me like $200. And it was great, man. It was awesome. And then from that point on, I just kind of started doing little gigs. I was working at my dad's restaurant at the time. So, I was putting in 40 to 50 hours a week at the restaurant. And then I would do these little senior home gigs. So I did that for about a year, and then I found myself on America's Got Talent, and that was a whole nother world right there.
So you were up and coming, like just kind of new to it whenever you got on America's Got Talent.
I was, because in 2007 I had just I did the Ultimate Elvis, and I placed in the top 10. So I mean, I was fresh, like new, like
Yeah.
absolutely new, like no musical training, nothing like that. I mean, I everything up to this point has been self-taught, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm still doing it 19 years later, so I think I'm doing okay. I'm
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, that's awesome. The America's Got Talent thing. So let's see, 2007, you would have been, you went to the ultimate, placed top 10.
Right.
And then it was also 2007 for America's Got Talent.
No, it's 2008.
2008. Okay. So tell me about the process of getting on that, because you made it pretty far.
I don't even know how, but I did. I made
Yeah.
it. I did. I did. So my dad calls me in his office, and he's like, Joey, he's like, we got a gig in Chicago. And I thought to myself, whoa, what, right? Chicago. And from the nursing homes to Chicago, I was like, this is it, man. I'm on my way. And he says, we got a gig in Chicago. He says, you'll fly there, and grandma's going to pick you up. I said, okay, great. So I get there, and grandma, my cousin, pick me up, and they take me over Navy Pier. At this point, I still don't really know what's going on. All dad said was just pack your leather suit. So I said, okay. So I get to Navy Pier, and as I get there, I start to put the pieces together that I'm auditioning for America's Got Talent. And he didn't want to tell me, because he knew if he told me, I would have said no. I would have been no. I said, I've only been doing this for a few months. No, I'm not going to go on a TV show and do Elvis. So anyway, so I get there, and I was in line for 8 hours. I mean, you know how they show the footage,
Yeah.
all the people waiting outside. It was 8 hours. I waited outside 8 hours in leather
That's terrible.
with my grandma and my
Yeah.
cousin. Yeah.
Well,
And
was it hot out?
it was it really wasn't. I think it was March of
Okay.
2008, February. It was early in the
Okay.
year. And so 8 hours, finally make it up and make it into this little room, all these cameras. And they're like, what do you do? And I was like, I do Elvis. And they said, all right, you got 90 seconds, go. So 90 seconds. So I did the 68 medley, and they were like, okay.
Did you have music tracks with
I
it?
did. I had a track.
Okay.
I had a
Okay.
track.
Okay.
So I did that, and they're like, okay, go to another room. So I went to another room, and it was a bigger room, and had all these producers in there. Everybody had English accents. You know what I mean? So just that was intimidating. I had never encountered English accents in my life, and they're sitting there and they're talking to me, and they're like, "All right, do your act again." So I do the act again, and then they're like, "Okay, thanks," and I'm like, "Okay, all right." I felt like, all right, that was it. It didn't go anywhere. It was a bust, right?
Yeah.
So I fly back home. About 2 days later, I'm having spaghetti with Amber and Presley. He's only, how old is he at this time? He's not even one yet.
Wow.
And yeah, yeah, he's getting ready to go to college, and here I am talking about when he's not even 1 years old yet. And I get a call, and it's gosh, I forgot her name, but she was the producer of the show, and she said, we thought about it, and we really want you to come out. We want to fly you out to LA for the live audition. And I was like, great. And that's how it started. That's how it
Yeah.
started right there. So then I flew to LA.
Yeah. Went to LA, and then not exactly sure how it worked back then. So it was like you went like week after week after week, right? And they would
Yeah.
vote you to stay or leave,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how far did you go?
I got top 10.
So you were top 10 in
Yeah.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
How many weeks out there were you?
Well, it was also 2008, so it was also the year of the Olympics. So they had to take a break for the Olympics. So we did the first few rounds out there, and then the Olympics took over, and then we went back after the Olympics and finished it off.
Okay.
So there was
Yeah.
a lot of fly in, fly back home, a lot of, interrupted time. But, round one was LA. And I think that to me was, I mean, that night changed my life forever. I didn't really know what to expect, walking out there, because I mean, filming is a grueling process,
Yes.
especially if you have no idea what you're walking into. I mean, I sat in a room for literally almost 10 hours, Ryan.
Yes. Yes.
Just sat there and just watched everybody go ahead of me. And they had us all there at 11 a.m. that day, and I didn't go on stage till 9:30 that night.
Yeah.
I just sat there, and like, to be so inexperienced, you don't know how to conserve energy. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to like pass the time. You don't know how to like, not wear down and get so tired. And then all of a sudden the producers come in, they're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
I turned the corner, and there's Jerry Springer and there's David Hasselhoff, who I'm a huge Knight Rider fan. Huge Knight Rider fan. So seeing him was pretty awesome. Sharon Osbourne. I didn't know who Piers Morgan was at the time, but even though he was the bad guy of the show, Piers Morgan was probably one of the coolest, nicest guys I've
Yeah.
ever
That's the way it
met.
works.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was, man. And I remember at the when we were finished filming, he bought me a cranberry and vodka, and he told me how big of an Elvis fan he was. And so that's another story. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So to walk out on stage after being, just sitting down for like 10 hours, full house,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like, you don't even have time to think. You just
Yeah.
go out there. You
Yeah.
you autopilot, energy, everything takes over. And I did the performance, and it went well. And it sent me to the next round. That was pretty cool.
Or did you have specific marks, cues, things like that that you had to stand at, for blocking, or you had to look this way, that way, anything? Did they have good monitors? What about
Uh,
that kind of experience?
yeah, no monitors. It was all house.
Yeah.
So that was weird,
Yeah.
right? No blocking. That first night, I just remember walking out there, and then just they were just talking to me, and I don't even remember anything, man. I mean, it was just so quick, and I just went into my Elvis performance, and then before I knew it, it was done. And yeah, it was crazy. It was the craziest 90 seconds of my life, and I've had great 90 seconds.
I don't even know what that means. But
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, I'm talking about something else, man. I'm joking.
I
Um,
don't even know what happened there. Wow. Anyway, so
well, I was.
so congratulations, top 10 on that and the ultimate. This is back 2007-8. That's awesome. That's a great kickstart to your career.
It was.
Like,
It
I
was.
mean, you can't ask for a better kickstart.
Oh, it was a great kickstart. Looking back now, I wasn't ready for it though.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it. You know, because even like going back to America's Got Talent, I remember being backstage, and everybody's talking to each other, and everybody's like, "Well, how long you been doing your thing? How long you been doing your thing?" This guy's 20 years. He's at where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And being 20 years in the business, I feel good now. I feel confident now. 20 years, 10 years, 15 years. You, a little less than a year. You know what I mean? I felt so out of my element on such a huge stage. And in the same thing with the ultimate too. Like, I mean, gosh, it was just I had never come in contact with such great talent,
Yeah.
and that was a great era. That 2007 to 2012 era of ETAs that were coming through, it was great. It was good.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good times.
It
Good
was good
memories
stuff.
back then. Good
Well,
memories back then.
Potawatomi was a great memory too.
Yep.
I mean,
Potawatomi.
you and I go back to Potawatomi, and yeah, that was grueling. Talk about contest. That was a
Yeah.
5-day contest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Back in the day, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
back in the day. I
Uh,
I had never seen so many dance belts in the stairwell, man. I'll tell you what.
yeah.
That's real. All the ETAs just changing in the stairwells. Oh
Oh,
man.
the how people's perception of what it is to do this sometimes, and just to go back in that hallway, and
Yeah.
you're in a stairwell and it's all echoey and cold, and
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
jumpsuits hanging on the
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Suitcases everywhere, right? Little makeup mirrors everywhere, and just
Yeah.
everybody trying to get the best lighting, borrowing each other's hairspray. Yes.
Yeah, you get, and occasionally you get the older guy, a little bit overweight, who's wearing a girdle, so
I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
oh, that's
Oh man.
those are good. Those are fun times, man. Those are fun
Yeah.
times.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's kind of
Oh yeah.
explains too why there's a little bit of a brotherhood sometimes, at least back in the day. I don't know. It's kind of starting to disappear a little bit, but there used to be a kind of a fun brotherhood. Like, we're in this together.
Yeah,
Uh,
there was a brotherhood.
yeah,
And I'm not in the Elvis world.
I
I do
know.
it for a living, but I'm not in the Elvis world. I'm very fortunate that, my dad is my manager and he's been my manager since the very beginning, and he looks out for me, and we do about 100 shows a year, so we stay busy, and so I might get to like maybe one or two festivals a year, maybe, and but yeah, I mean, I remember starting out those first few years of that brotherhood, where
Yeah.
everybody met up with everybody after the contest or the festivals were over, and we all just hung out at the bar and we just hung out with the fans, and now it seems like everybody's trying to capitalize on those moments, those moments that were so sincere. After the contest, everyone would get together at the bar and hang out, and now there's a cover charge for the fans to go feel that same magic that was there back in the day. And I don't know. I know things are changing, but I mean, I really feel like we're part of a really special time period.
Yeah. Now, I always say, and I've said it many times on this particular program, that I don't know how I could have got any luckier coming up at the time I did, like 97 starting out. Back when, Irv Cass was, big deal out there, and Doug Church, and just all these different dudes, man. And it's like there was a special time, especially in that South Bend, Niles, Michigan, even Chicago area. And, and then you came around and you were in that time frame
Yeah.
too. And it's almost like maybe 20 12, 13, 14, 15 ish, somewhere in there. And I was out. I was out of it because of the identical for a year or so. Okay. I was out of the business. So I stepped away and it was one thing. I came back and it was something totally different. Something had changed. And it's never been the same ever since, you know?
Well, I think a lot of the guys just kind of got bummed out on these contests and they just kind of quit doing them, you
Yeah.
know. And I think that sort of, and everybody just kind of started going their own way, their own direction.
Yeah.
Because contests, they're hard. They're hard on your soul.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're so hard on your soul, man. I tell you what, gosh. Like we got Elvis Explosion coming up, and I saw there's like 40, 50 guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy smokes, dude, this is insane. Yeah. But that's a lot. It's a lot. When you're standing on stage in that rumble, in fifth place,
Oh,
fourth
yeah.
place, third place. It's just the worst, man.
You know what's
Uh,
funny about that, though? I will say this about Elvis Explosion. Um, Did you ever go up and win Elvis Explosion? Did you ever go?
I've never won it. I've gotten close, but I think the year that I got really close, I want to say I think it was Matt Joyce that beat me out. I'm
Okay,
not sure, and he beat me out in Potawatomi too one year, and I was just like,
dude.
this guy,
People
this
love him though. It's his
he loved it.
smile. It's his
Oh
smile.
man, he comes out there at Potawatomi with was it GI Blues? I don't even know. Saying "In My Way" a cappella.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like what?
yeah.
Oh man, cool cat. Love that guy.
Hold on one second. My cat just turned off a recording. Thank you, buddy. This is a little knucklehead right here. This is my little kitten, and
Hey,
I had an earlier interview. I was actually interviewing Ted Torres. You know Ted, right?
love Ted.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
interviewing Ted, and we're just sitting there talking. And next thing you know, this little kitten jumps up. I'm looking at a teleprompter right now,
Right.
so I can see you, so I can talk to you, look at you, and jumps up right in front of it and just sits down right in front of the camera. So anyway,
Cute cat.
oh,
I got cats too. I'm not a dog person. I do like dogs, but I'm not a dog person. I like cats.
same here, same here. I like
Yeah.
all animals, but yeah,
I love well, I don't I love all animals. Yeah, I'm personally I'm a cat person.
yeah,
And I think it's because they can go off and do their own thing.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep, they're awesome.
If
So,
they're
anyways,
if they
what I
come
was
back.
saying, yeah, as long as they don't turn off your recording equipment. So what I was saying earlier is that it just seems to me like um, there was a change during that 2000. I don't know what year it was, maybe 13, 14, 15. In there was a change. But I will say that maybe it's me, feels different because I'm not competing in the contest, but it does feel like Elvis Explosion is one of those last bastions of kind of like old school. Maybe it's because Ronnie is, in charge
Yeah,
and Ronnie's old school, but
yeah.
there's some camaraderie that goes on
Oh
there that
yeah.
I really enjoy hanging out with the guys and
Yeah.
whatnot. So yeah,
Well, I think the fact that it's been in the same building for forever, you kind of have that, you walk in and you're like,
we're
yeah,
back. Yeah, we're
we're
back.
back. We're back, man. We're back. Yeah.
And the
You
after
know,
parties are fun too. I mean,
the after
they
parties are fun. Yeah. They
yeah,
get a lot of memories are made in La Crosse, Wisconsin, you
yeah,
know. Yeah. And yeah, Elvis Explosion reminds me a lot of images of the King,
yeah. Back
like
in the
in
day,
Memphis at the hotel, the Holiday Inn Hotel. Was it the Holiday Inn Hotel? It was one of those
Holiday
hotels.
Inn Airport. Yeah,
Yeah, everybody showed up.
yep,
Everybody showed up. All walks of Elvis life.
yeah,
Young, old, professional, non-professional. You know, those were cool days. Yeah.
yeah. I enjoyed those days as well. Did you ever go down and compete in that? The images of the king.
I did. I did. I don't think I ever won. I think I came in second to Cody Slaughter one year.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So yeah. My
yeah,
biggest win for me personally was Potawatomi. That was it. I think the top five, it was me, Jesse Aaron, Dean Z, Tyler Hunter, and I think it might have been Jeff Lewis.
mm, okay,
Yeah, and I think was it the Nelson brothers? I think they might have been the judges
yeah, yeah,
that year. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that was a great year, man. That was
Yeah,
great.
of
Man,
course
I'll
if
tell
you
you what.
win.
Oh, it was so the cash prize is 25,000, right?
Right.
And so, you go to Moe's,
Yeah.
drinks are on you that night, party night, right? A couple days later, Amber and I, we take off to Las Vegas, celebrating, right? And we go to Vegas and we're living it up, man, right? As you should, right? I just won $25,000. And we had planned this like 4-day stay. And after the second day, morning of the third day, we go to like get coffee or something downstairs, and my card declines. And I'm like, what? I was
Yeah.
like, this can't be right. So then the panic that you get when they're
Yeah.
like, do you have another form of payment, sir?
Yeah.
You're like, what? So then, call the bank immediately. And I'm like, hey, I'm in Vegas, like card just declined. I just deposited $25,000 into my account. What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we see that you deposited the check, but it's going to take 7 to 10 days for it to clear." I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my God." So I have to call my dad. And I'm like, "Dad," I was like, "Funny thing, sir. Funny thing. I need you to wire me some money to cover me for the next 2 days." Oh, man. Yeah. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing, because, that way I got back home and, got back to Branson. That was another crazy time period too, that whole Branson thing. And had some money in the bank. So I think that
Yeah.
was a smart move. It was good. It was good.
Tell me about the Branson thing. I mean, I live here now, so but you were down
Six
here
seasons.
for
Yeah, six.
yeah,
Yeah.
6 years
Yeah.
over at the Ain't Misbehaving place. Is it?
Well, so we started out at the Owens Theater downtown.
Okay.
So after America's Got Talent, 2008, 2009, phone is ringing off the hook, getting phone calls everywhere. And at that point, that's when I sort of realized that this is turning into something big. This is
Yeah.
this is picking up momentum, it's picking up speed. And so I really sort of, really buckle down and try to improve my craft. And dad runs into, I think it was Ronnie. He talked to Ronnie and about Branson.
Yeah.
And so dad goes down to Branson and he sees this theater in the downtown district, Owens Theater, right? Goes in, helps renovate it. And 2010, we moved to Branson.
Wow.
And which is, looking back now, that town is it's its own machine. I mean, you got to know everybody in that town. You got to know FITs. You got to know ticket handlers. You got to work the streets. You got to work everybody. Teasers, all this sort of stuff that, hey, all this sort of
Hold on a second. Ace, get down. Ace. Uh, Joe, I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, it's okay.
Joe, I'm so sorry. This sucks.
Oh, that's
Hold
all
on.
right, man. No worries.
Sorry about that, dude.
Hey, todo bien con papas. That's what my uncle says. Everything's good with potatoes.
All right. So
I
back
still
to
don't understand it, but it sounds good. Todo bien con papas.
yeah. Okay. I don't know what that means. Uh that's the point. Yeah.
That's the point.
So
Like,
yeah, you
okay,
were talking about Branson. We're
oh,
talking about
Branson.
Branson. It's like
Oh,
its
another world.
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did that for 6 years, your own
Yeah.
show?
Yeah. I did 6 years own show. I did Owens Theater first year. And then Tim Haygood saw me down there, brought me up to the strip, which, I think that was mistake number one, was having a show downtown because everything closes there at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
So,
Right.
right. So lesson learned. You want to be on the strip. Tim Haygood picks up the show, brings me to the Americana. I'm there for a few years. And then after that, Haygood's moved over to Clay Cooper, and Cooper picked me up, brought me over, and I was there for a few years, and it was special. It was a good time. The way I look at it, Branson to me was like going to like EP University. I learned so much with working with live musicians and stage presence and everything. Like, I learned so much in those 6 years that, it's something I'll always truly be grateful for, all the people that I worked with on stage, behind the scenes, all the techs. It really opened up my eyes, and I learned a lot. And after 6 seasons, um, Amber and I made the decision to come back to Nebraska, and came back to Nebraska and just started working the road full time.
Yeah.
And I took everything that I'd learned in those 6 years and I applied it, to the road. And, I'll always be grateful for that.
Yeah. It's kind of I feel like we have a similar situation where I was very young when I started working with Legends in Concert, and it was like that was like entertainment college. It was like,
Yeah, sure
all right,
was.
every night you're going to go out with a different audience and a different set of problems that you've got to solve during your
Right,
set. And you've got to go win, because if you don't, you're not going to have a job.
right,
And so it's just like, yeah, get better or get out.
right,
And so that was
right,
and then after you go through a period of time like that, you wake up one day and you realize, man, there's really nothing too much that they can throw at me that I can't handle, because
right.
I've experienced it all. I've done the hard things. I've done the easy crowds, the ones that were horrible, bad fans, the guy having a grand mal seizure in front of you, the lady who ran and tripped and broke her neck when she
Yeah,
ran into the stage, like all these different things. And you just get to the point where you're like, I'm very comfortable up here,
yeah.
so yeah.
My one of my worst stories, scariest stories was I was in Elkader, Iowa, and I was throwing out teddy bears during Teddy Bear, and the lights were going, so I didn't see very well, but I threw the bear high enough and I hit the chandelier, and glass came down onto the audience
Yes,
and it
yes,
cut this woman, like cut her
yes,
down the face.
yes,
Scariest moment of my life.
yes,
Scariest moment of my life.
yes,
Light came on, everybody got quiet. All I could do was just apologize from the stage. Staff
yes,
comes out, removes her from the audience. Horrific. And this is like the third song into the show, right?
yes.
Oh man. And I remember, and they took her backstage and they cleaned her up and they took her to the hospital to get stitches. And
Oh,
I I I I told the staff, they're like, just she's gonna be okay. Just keep going with the show. So I went with the show, but I just had this feeling
terrible feeling.
like, oh, and here I'm trying to smile and gyrate and hip swivel and lip curl and karate chop. It's just like this is the worst feeling in the world. And yeah, it was pretty bad. I wrote her this letter, just apology, and yeah, it was, but those are the experiences that you go through. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
that's so
And
funny that
then,
you have that experience. I
oh,
have almost the exact same experience.
oh
I
my
was
God.
at this fair called the Bloomsburg Fair in Pennsylvania. All right. Um, and I think it was either a teddy bear or a t-shirt, but I had those t-shirt guns. I'd shoot
I remember.
yeah. And so it was outdoor, but there was a pavilion, pretty big pavilion over, and underneath, so that if it rains, people aren't getting wet. Well, they had lighting, the incandescent lamps, the bulbs, the long ones. All of them, almost all of them, had the plastic protective coating over them, except the one that I end up hitting breaks the bulb, falls into the audience, hits a number of people, but the only person that got cut was a little girl, little cut on the side of her cheek. And I mean, I just felt horrible.
Oh
And
yeah.
um, same thing. It's like, the show has to go on. You stop the show, make sure she's okay. You feel horrible. You're embarrassed, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, this lawsuit is, I'm done, it's just whatever. And long story short, the folks, the parents were very thankfully gracious, and they were like, "Oh, just she didn't get the teddy bear. Just can she have a teddy bear?" And I was like, "You can have all the merchandise you want, okay? Whatever you want, anything at all. You want this jumpsuit? Hey, here you go."
Yeah.
Like, but the funny thing, in retrospect, and in the moment, it wasn't very funny, but in retrospect, the Bloomsburg Fair, whatever, the Beacon, whatever it was in the Bloomsburg, the local newspaper, the next day, it was like front page
Oh,
news. Elvis impersonator breaks light, hurts child, whatever. It's bad.
sings the jailhouse rock.
Next, we're gonna do, yeah. Next, we're gonna do, yeah. Oh Lord. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And that was probably the worst one
Yeah.
for me, because like I was at fault.
Yeah.
It's different if someone is,
Sure, right,
running for a scarf and they trip and they fall or whatever.
right.
That's
Oh
different. You
man,
feel bad, but
those are terrible too.
yeah.
Especially when you have those this happened not too long ago, but there's the pit, the orchestra pit.
Yes,
Comes, missed the first step, boom, just goes down.
dude, we are like living the same life. I'm in Anaconda, Montana.
Oh,
Okay. It's this old theater. Like they literally have the old lights, that they
yep.
had,
Uh-huh.
and the old drapes and everything that are like massive fire. Like they're like, hey, don't no flame or else the whole place is going to go up in flames. Anyways, I'm out there. I'm getting ready to throw out scarves. I'm throwing out scarves. I'm singing Kentucky Rain, throwing out scarves. They had an orchestra pit that was covered, but the covering started in like there was a lip, just a little
Okay.
lip. So the rake of the aisle coming down,
Right.
little dip, then the covering over the orchestra pit. And God bless her, there was this lady. She was older, uh, just maybe, I hate to even say it, maybe a little top heavy. But she is running down this aisle, the rake, and like it was kind of like the thing where she was running and it was running downhill down the rake of the aisle, but she's also a little top heavy, so she's like leaning forward and her feet aren't catching up. She gets to that little drop right there, hits it, and boom, face plants, no hands, face plants into the side of the stage, and everybody on stage felt it in their feet. Like you felt how much impact there was, and
Oh
she was
man.
knocked out cold. And uh she is fine. She was fine, but she did like break something. I forget something in her something. She
Oh my gosh.
ambulance had to come. I mean, we're just doing a show, and I'm like, what do we do, guys? Let's just vamp on something. You know, it's just
It
horrible.
hurts me. I'm telling you what. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah,
It
good stories,
those yeah, those are good stories. Yeah. Oh man.
dude. You can feel it in your feet, though. That's what.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow, she really hit hard.
Boom.
Yes. Oh,
God.
dude,
Yeah.
you could have ran up there. You're a big dude. You could have ran up there and tried to kick the side of the stage as hard as you could have, and we wouldn't have felt it in our feet as hard as we
Yeah.
felt that.
Yeah.
Something amazing. That's pretty crazy.
Top heavy, man.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Gosh.
you're going to be at Elvis Explosion this year. We were
Yeah.
talking. It's going to be you're headlining along with David Lee, awesome guy,
Awesome
and
guy.
myself. And
Awesome guy.
I'm happy because I've got my hands full. So I just kind of say, hey, listen, whatever you guys want to do, I'll do whatever you guys aren't doing. And
Sure.
you said, man, I'd really like to do, uh, early '70s Elvis. That's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm into right now. It's always one of my favorite eras, man, of Elvis. That in the '68. I love it. And is that like your favorite too? Is it something special? What is it?
It's not 68. I will be honest with you. 68 and 73 are not my favorites. I like 70s Elvis, but I know this is gonna sound weird, but man, I there's something about 76 Elvis to me that I absolutely adore. And I think it was 1976 Elvis and the bicentennial suits and the really long hair and the chops that went all the way out, and he was singing things differently. He was singing CC Rider differently. You Gave Me a Mountain differently. Polk Salad Annie had this weird swamp thing going on, and yeah, I think he was more humorous in 76, and so me personally, I like 76 Elvis. I like 70 Elvis. 72 Elvis is a monster. He's bombastic. 72. 73, people always talk about the Aloha, and I think the Aloha was an amazing special. It really was. But it really highlighted his vocals, 73, but the energy I don't think was there,
Yeah.
like you see in 70 or even on tour,
Yeah.
the the energy there. I wish cameras would have been rolling in 69, you
Yeah.
know, that would have been crazy. There's like 11-minute footage of 69 Elvis, and man, that's just raw energy. When he's singing My Babe, and even the way he comes out to Blue Suede Shoes and the Suspicious Minds, because at that time, he's learning those moves, right? You're seeing him being born for the first time, and you can see he's like trying to figure out what he's going
Yeah.
to do. And then you kind of start seeing it come together in 70, 71. And by 72, I mean, he's in it, he's working it. But yeah, 76, 72, 70, 69. I like 57 Elvis too. Gold LeMay Elvis 57.
Yeah.
There's some good footage out there, some rare footage. As far as movies go, I just Loving You is like my favorite Elvis movie. That's I think and I hate to say this, but I think I've only seen like 5 or 6 Elvis movies. I really try. I really do.
You
It's
got
all
any
the Elvis fans. I really do try to watch them all, but Loving You, I've watched that 100 times, so maybe
do you have
that's
any of the lines memorized?
I don't of Loving You.
Yeah. I get paid for singing as a rule.
Yeah, no, I don't have any lines memorized.
I love just some of the lines that come out of these movies. I love the line in Jailhouse Rock. Them ain't tactics, honey. It's just a beast in me. When he kisses her.
Baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
That's just
the
lines.
speech he gives to the principal, I got to learn it. It's a great monologue. In King Creole, when he's the principal saying, sorry, we're going to have to hold you back. And, and he goes into this speech. Well, no, sir, it's not the working before, it's the working after. And all that stuff. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, but that scene in the what's your color? Bet yellow. I got you get paid for singing as a rule. What do you do? Why don't you give me a pair of seat covers for my just I love it.
The restaurant scene. Yeah, that's
Yes.
a great
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, that's a great scene.
I did something for you. Now how about you do something for me?
And that guy's so jealous too. He's all sitting there on the booth, all looking like this. He's all like, oh man.
Yeah.
Good
I love how
stuff.
you can just go over to the jukebox and play a song and then you can sing to it and dance to it. Just
Yeah.
and there's no vocals on that jukebox song though.
No,
Yeah.
we need to bring those back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Where you can just like hit it too, boom, and then you're
Dude, it
track,
fawns it, just totally fawns it. Boom.
boom.
Then you get then just afterwards go. What do you do for a living? I get paid for singing as a rule. What do you do? I figure your color's yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow. Not yellow. I
Yellow.
figure your color's yellow.
Oh man.
Good
You know
stuff.
what I often think about too, like the what if, like what if Elvis would have done A Star Is Born? Because we've all heard the story.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like I think at that point of his career, 75, I think he was looking for something new, and I think from the accounts that I read, it seemed like he was ready for a new project,
Yeah.
you know. And I just saw, I don't jump on social media a whole lot, but I just saw that Dwight Eisenhower did
Elvis
the
88.
Elvis 88,
Yeah.
like what it would have been like. And I'm like, oh my gosh, genius, right? It was great. I've seen clips of it. I reached out to Dwight and just like commented like heart or lightning bolt or something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that was cool. That was
Yeah.
really cool. The
You know who
costume,
made you
the
know who made
mullet haircut, the mullet wig that he wore, that was great.
that costume?
No,
Dorian Alberti. Do you know Dorian?
I don't know Dorian.
Dorian is a ETA. He's a mechanical engineer. He's brilliant. All right. But he's gotten into making costumes. And he's going to be up at Elvis Explosion. You got to meet this dude. He's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Where's he out of?
Florida. He lives about an hour from Dwight. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
So yeah, good connection.
Dude,
Okay.
he has like these Iron Man costumes like that are made of real metal and spring assisted movement and all that, and you can shoot it with a gun and it's bulletproof and like he's like that dude.
That's cool
Yeah.
stuff.
So he's going to be up at Explosion. He got
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
So
he's a
he's
nice.
getting so he's
He's
getting into the jumpsuit world then, huh?
yeah. I don't know that he even wants it to be framed that way. He's not like trying to go out and. But I don't know. Maybe he should. I don't know. I don't know
Hey
that he
man,
wants it framed that way,
right?
but he is definitely doing custom costumes. He makes his own jumpsuits. Um,
That jumpsuit looked absolutely amazing. That Star Trek looking
yeah, yeah,
alligator, like, oh my God, that was beautiful.
yeah, yeah. And
Couldn't tell
Dwight,
what was on the belt. I couldn't see what that was.
I
Was
couldn't
that
either.
two doves or two swans or something on the belt? I couldn't see what that was. But
Love it.
anyways, Elvis 88,
Yeah, great
what
idea,
a
right?
what a great idea. We should do Elvis 98 and do like all grunge. That's what we should do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How old
Grunge
Elvis
Elvis.
in '98 would have been like? Well, in '95 he would have been 60.
Yeah.
So like we could do Elvis 95, or we could do Elvis. Actually, Elvis 88. He would have been 53 years old, right?
Mhm.
I'm 52.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should be doing it. I should be doing
You,
Elvis 88.
you are Elvis 88.
Next year, I'll be Elvis 88. Lord have mercy. Dwight stealing my
Dwight.
thunder.
Golly.
Young man.
Hey, it's so funny when when you come up with an idea and then you see it like in social media, like somebody has beat you to the idea and you're like,
Yeah.
oh darn. It's like yes.
Oh man.
Bummer.
Dude, I'm serious. Like I'm so enjoying the podcasting stuff I'm doing between this, because this is, I'm getting my Elvis fix with ETA files, and then my nerdy side with the Ryan
Sure.
files. So I've really been enjoying it.
That's
I
wonderful,
and it's
man.
nice because now I'm not so in it. It's nice to be outside of it a little bit, but still be
Yeah.
able to relate, and it's awesome. I love it.
Still be able to like peek inside.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Uh,
like you, I've not really been in the Elvis world as much as others have because, legends in concert.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing Elvis, but people that go there, they're not going for Elvis all the time. They're going
Yeah.
for whoever. So I like it. I like it that way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Elvis world is tough,
it is tough.
very
It's tough.
judgmental sometimes.
I enjoy the fans of the Elvis world. I do. But there's something about coming into a town and like last night I was in O'Neill, Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
And Summerfest, okay? And they hire me to come out and I go out there and they have 300 people and it was just such wonderful atmosphere and fans and everything was so genuine and it was just like so many people were seeing it for the first time and so they were like wow and it was just like and all these kids were there and it was great it wasn't like legends is hard legends crowd is tough.
Yeah.
Oh, you have I think you have the hardest crowd.
I love it.
Okay.
I do, man. It
But
fires
it
me
ain't
up.
nobody better than you to be able to like keep them entertained, man. I'm telling you.
Well, here's the thing, and that's the interesting point in all this, right? We're a product of our own experiences. So I love the fact that number one, I don't have that quit button that a lot of people have. I've seen it over the years. I've seen, backstage incredible, God-given, talented people just be that day in a bad mood, or someone said something to them that they didn't like, or whatever, and they're just like, what, screw this audience. I'm only going to I'm phoning this one in, or I'm going to go and give this one 20% because they're not even worth it. They're not even worth my talent. People will say that.
Wow.
And I don't have that chip. So what I do have though, and what I learned early on is that if you don't find a way to turn it into a game or be competitive with yourself,
Right.
you will go down that negative Nancy road. You know what I mean? And so that's what I've always done is just like, I go out, it's a puzzle. How do I entertain this crowd? How do I break the wall down? How do I make the person smile that everybody complained about and said that person in the front row makes me mad because they're asleep or whatever, So I just go out there and just have fun with it. And listen, if you want to sleep, fine. I'm not going to be offended about it. We'll have fun about it though. I mean, that's the elephant in the room to me. You're sleeping. It's funny. Let's talk
Yeah,
about it, or,
talk about it. Yeah,
um,
no, it's you can't worry about the audience in that sense, and you got to go out there and give it 110%, man,
yeah,
all the time,
yeah.
all the time. And no matter how many people are in the audience, man. I've played to small crowds, I've played to big crowds, and I always make it a goal to go out there and give it 110%
Yeah.
every time,
Yeah.
every time. So
And that's why you've got the career you've got and the fan base you've got and the longevity you've got.
thank you.
And speaking of which, longevity. So 20 years of doing this,
Yep.
and you started at 22 or
Yeah.
almost 20 years.
Yeah.
You
19.
gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta, I know that you might have a birthday coming up,
I do. Yeah.
but in a year from now,
I know it.
you're gonna
That's
be
scary.
you're gonna be that number, man. Four,
42. Yeah.
42.
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
tell
What's that make you think? Feel?
you, it's crazy because like when I first started in this business, I told myself, I'm gonna go up to 42.
Hmm.
And and I think a lot of ETAs probably have that same mentality. When you start young, you're like, I'm gonna end when Elvis ends, and then I'm gonna find something else to do in my life. So I told myself I'm gonna get to 42. My last year I'll be in the sundial, just do that, right? I had already pictured it in my mind. And then, four kids in, and kid going to college. It's like I told Amber, I said, it looks like I'm going to be doing this for another 20 years. I'm going to
Yeah,
go,
right.
yeah, Elvis 62, right?
You're going to be doing yeah, you'll be doing Elvis 88 at some point. Yeah,
Yeah, at
yeah,
some point I'll be doing Elvis 88 and 98 and 2008.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Gosh, but the thing is I've come to a point in my life where now I just go out and do it because I love it, and there's no time. I'm gonna do it as long as I can.
Yeah, that's
You know,
awesome.
I'm gonna do it as long as I can. And last night in O'Neill, there's a gentleman at the show, and his name is Bill Fox, and he's actually one of the guys that he's here around Lincoln, and he's one of the guys that brought me up on stage for the very first time. And he was at the show last night, and he's 86,
Wow.
and he still goes out to the nursing homes and does Elvis at
I
86.
I know Bill.
Yeah, he was
Bill's
yeah,
he was at Branson one
yeah,
year.
he sang "Can't Help Falling in Love."
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he almost tripped on stage. It's awesome. He had the jumpsuit on with the like tennis shoes, the therapeutic shoes,
yeah, that's
so he
right.
could walk.
The big heel, the
Yeah,
cushion heel.
yeah, yeah. Big hookahs. He had his
Yeah, the
hookahs on.
hookahs, Elvis
He,
hookahs.
he's awesome though, man. He's about this big around,
Yeah,
tiny. Yeah, he's awesome.
he's a sweetheart.
Bill
And
Fox.
he was at the show last night, and yeah, 86, and it's inspiring.
Yeah,
And it was crazy because it's amazing how much energy he gave me. Like just seeing him in the audience
yeah,
gave me a boost of energy. Like I want to do even better because I know Bill's in the audience. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because sometimes there's people in the audience that make you nervous. They almost make you feel anxious. And then there's some people in the audience that you see and they just like, build you up and give you
yeah.
that extra boost. So
That's cool, man.
yeah. Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. What we do for a living is cool,
Yeah,
and that's something I'm just truly grateful for.
yeah. We're blessed, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Gosh.
Tell the good people how they can get a hold of you, watch you on social media, website, find out where you're playing. Obviously, you're going to be at Elvis Explosion
Yep.
September 3rd through 7th. Come and check
Yeah.
them out there headlining. Uh,
Yeah. That's gonna be great. Best way to get a hold of me is josephhallelvis.com. And on my website, there's a link to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything on there. So josephhallelvis.com. It's got my full schedule throughout the year. Yeah, we're busy. We're gonna be going through Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado, all in the next few months. So
Awesome, man. Well, stay busy out there. Do it. You've got the college to pay for. You got 3 other knuckleheads in the household there. You got to take care of. You got a wife.
And a
I mean,
wife and a cat.
You got a cat. You got vacations. Your money, your balance, and your checkbook. You got to call dad for extra funds. Lord Almighty.
Gosh, life is great. Life's great.
Oh, that's awesome, man. This has been fun. I appreciate you coming on. People are going to love you. They are.
Thank you for having
absolutely
me,
love you, man.
Yeah. So, thank you for having me so much.
Any last words you want to say to the fine folks out there?
Just eat clean. Eat clean. Try to eat clean. Just try.
Just try for 90 seconds.
Try for 90 seconds. Eat clean for 90 seconds.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Joseph Hall. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, man. Great time, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in this week to the ETA Files. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the ETA Files community. And if you're looking for something a little different, be sure to stop by my podcast, The Ryan Files. Keep rocking, my friends, and I'll see you next week with another story from the Elvis Tribute Artist world. In the meantime, check out these video links below.